There, it's Brian. Hi there, it's Brian David Whitman here on Friday. Womp Bomba Lou Bomp. The weekend's here, as we have always said. It's Friday, alrighty. Finally, a Friday on the Morning Answer on the planet. Not the planet Earth, because there's different time zones. Should I tag friends? Folks are to know that I'm going to share some thoughts here. I'll hit tag friends. I think that's the right thing to do. I have to hit everyone. Are you kidding? I can't do that. People probably see me on here, and they'll be popping up here. I'm doing a live video. I want to say a couple of things. First off, thank you for the support since the first week of December. I did my last broadcast on November 30th, and so I carried the 1 December, January. It's been 4 months, and my passion in life is I have a lot of passions. I mean, there's pizza. There's complaining about the way pizza's made in some establishments. There's fury, that's a passion, over mustard on hamburgers at McDonald's. So I have lots and lots of passions. Broadcasting is it for me, of course. And I have that for the last several months I have not really pursued much. I have not done that. I don't know what's I'm certain that everything will be fine. I've had conversations, yes, but I have pursued conversations with those folks, but like the last time I was unemployed, after 97.1 came to their senses and said, "Get out of here," I was spinning like top to get on the air again, and that took longer than I thought it would. I'm just I'm very proud of all that we did. I'm proud of the relationship that I have. Hi, Dave Garland. How are you? If you have a question for me at this point, just type it in there on the feed. So I don't feel like I want to not be on the radio. My gosh, that's my whole life. I mean, I love it so much, but I've just been, if I said it the way I'm thinking it would sound very egotistical, because it is kind of egotistical. I think I do it really well. I think I do a really good job. And I know I could do it better. I know I could go about doing the work in a better way. I know I could do that. I know I could improve the way I approach the work vis-a-vis the rest of life and all of that. And I've just had some challenges with the anxiety. And you recall that during COVID, not ill from COVID. Thank goodness I just got lucky. But I had a lot of anxiety and depression. I took a little bit of a leave, and but I feel good, and I do want to get back on the radio. But if I'm a young man. I mean, if I get back on and do it, I want to do it, of course, at the level I've done it, and I'm confident that I could do that. I've had many great environments to broadcast, and actually, I think I should post something from the time at KRLA that demonstrates the latitude I was given, and I'm so happy to. I feel today like if a tornado set down on the San Fernando Valley and whipped me up, I'd be PO'd because I have a lot of living to do. But I would be satisfied that I did well with it. I want to do more. It's my life force. But I don't. So I'm just waiting. It's only 4 months. I mean, I'm just waiting, and I'm just kind of looking around. Angel asked me, and that's what this press conference is about. Have you thought about podcasts via interviewing people? You mean podcasts, I assume, Angel, my dear. Angel is a woman, I believe. There are some men named Angel. Can you scroll up your profile picture, please? I've done podcasts. I was one of the podcast pioneers. The time when Adam Carolla started his, I was one of the first former. I was the first former, because they had fired me before they. But they went out of business 11 months later. But that was not because they fired me. That was because of insert your own punchline. I did a podcast, and I'm not crazy about podcasting. I love Adam Carolla. I would do a podcast on Adam Carolla's network because it's a real business. And what I found when I did podcasts was, you know me, I'm honest. If it's here, it comes out here usually pretty quickly. And I would tell the audience when I was podcasting, I would say, guys, I hate doing this. Now, can you imagine me? Sometimes I say stuff. But I said, I'm doing this, but I hate it. And the listeners would say, why do you hate it? I said, well, what you don't maybe realize is that when you used to hear me on the radio, in between me and you was CBS with a paycheck. And they're now no longer in the equation. And to build it up like Adam Carolla, who is so talented and so popular and so smart that he built an empire, but he and Joe Rogan and folks like that, but they are rare exceptions. Plus, let me just say this at the risk of sounding every minute of 48, I want to be on the radio. I want to be on the air and in the air. Radio guys know what I'm talking about. When you turn on a device, I don't want you to have to hit a button, maybe just one, to find me. I just want to be in the air. I feel that way about it. Let me see if I take question. Yes, Jeff Blair, you're right. All of us can do better. I've been the best. Well, thank you. I had a very important person say to me not very long ago, Brian, when you're at your best, there's nobody better in the country at doing whatever you do. I said, are you in radio? And the person said, yes, of course I'm in radio. But so I love compliments like that, and I want to do it. I do want to do it. I just want to do it at the right place with the right. 870 was very good to me. I mean, early on, I was approached by other stations, and 870 wanted me to stay very much, and I wanted to stay. And other stations didn't have parameters of like you're the only liberal on that, which was always joyful for me at KRLA. It was never a burden. So I know I don't comment much on it. I get on occasionally and I post on current events, and that's the nicest message I've received in this whole time. And I'll leave you with this. Maybe I'll answer one more. Angel's a guy. Okay, we've answered the $64,000 question. Greatest message I get is, and I share some of them, I've received well over 1,200 tweets and emails and Facebook. It's just, I get a message that says, Brian, I missed hearing you. I missed you today on the radio. And I missed you on the radio because I wanted to hear what you would have said about Biden's inaugural address. I just wanted to hear your take on the diminishing COVID numbers and now the restaurants opening. And that is, first and foremost, is to entertain the audience. When people say they laugh or they're happy or I make them smile, a tweet I got the other day, and I retweeted that at Brian Whitman, I'll have you know. But when people miss what you might have said, they're interested because they don't quite know, which is a great thing. They don't quite know what you might would have said. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the feedback. And so updates in time. I mean, actually, there's some contractual things, that do remain with my former employer, I think. But I don't think I don't know. And I want you to join Jennifer and listen to Jennifer in the morning, because Jennifer is a very talented person and one of the very best friends I've ever had. And that's important to do that. I have no axe to grind with the radio station, with management, not at all, and certainly not with my lovely Jennifer. Never. But I haven't listened, and that has nothing to do with Jennifer. This has everything to do with me. When the end comes at a radio station, I do not listen for, usually it's 17 years. No, I'm kidding. It's a period of months, and my experience with the Morning Answer was very from the beginning, you know, from ordering the concrete to build the house. And I built the house and welcomed people in, and people welcomed me in, and enjoyed the view from the house. And it's hard to drive by that house, you know. Maybe you have experienced that in your own life. So I'm doing well. I thank you. I wanted to update you and just be as candid without any major announcement. And just to let you know that I wish for you a wonderful springtime, a wonderful April, how different it is. It is. How different it is. I'm like Peter Jennings. Meanwhile, out tonight in Nicaragua. I should just talk like me. I will. How much easier it is, you know, here in April this year as opposed to freaking last year. Forget about it. Brian Whitman want to be on real soon. Thanks for all your nice notes, okay? That's not me. This is me. There's a song called that. I don't know. All right. Talk to you guys later. Oh, look at the hearts, please. I love the hearts. I'm like Jerry Lewis. All right, guys. I will say hi to Timmy Conway Jr. for you, George Potts. Oh, I love the hearts. It's only coming from the same person. That's coming from Larry Elder. What in the world?